depending on where you're watching from. It's been quite a while anyway. Thank God for life. So I'm going to be talking on just on a few things. Okay, the course has been on. We took about 10 days break since last week, so we are waiting. Hopefully, by next week, they should be starting up again. And but just before, I just want to say a few things. We are not quiet. We are all eyes on the judiciary. That is the truth. We are on, and we are all waiting, and we are watching. And by God's grace, the truth must be said. The truth will prevail. That's what we are praying for. The truth will prevail. And um, I just want to talk about a few things. First of all, the oil theft in Nigeria. Just for a few, I will just do the videos. I don't have much time right now. I'll play the videos of the oil theft in Nigeria, what will happen in Nigeria. I mean, they said the vessel has been on illegal operation for the past 10 years. Just imagine, illegal operation for the past 10 years. The vessel was seized by one company. And I heard where this vessel was seized a long time, had been seen many times, and it will be released. It shows this thing has been on for quite a while, man, that people into it are really, I would call them cabal. It's like a syndicate. They know what's up. They run the thing. So where I heard the vessel was impounded, and now it was burnt. The crude oil, everything was burnt. But I just try to imagine why such things, because they know the owner of the vessel. Number one, they know the owner of the vessel, the operators of the vessel. They know, and we've not heard of arrest. We've not heard of arrest. Maybe apart from the crew, they know the owner. They know the origin. They know the thing has been seized before. The thing has been released. I don't know how it got released. So many questions are just unanswered. You know, um, this is I will call it insanity. Nigeria is just full of, I would say, a kind of like full of insanity. Navy intercepted the ship have been identified, the owners are known and established. Then now the ship has been blown up in the water by the Navy or by the Air Force, I don't know. I don't understand, this is a ship with crude oil blown up. What about the environmental damages? I don't get it. Where people have different views about it, I will play the first video of how the company intercepted the vessel. It's not just this one. There are so many. This is how Nigeria has been ripped off by so few. Making Nigeria to have the OPEC quota. So many things will be happening, but let's pray for Nigeria. That is why all the youths, all the obedience, we said it's time for us to wake up, and it's time for us to be speaking out. Okay, this thing cannot be covered really, Sha, because it's not just only about election now; it's about everything concerning Nigeria. Obedience is not just about elections, but everything concerning about Nigeria. Everything must be unveiled. Everything must be revealed. That is the truth. We cannot just sit down. We are letting few people run the country, and in a bad way. Okay, it's not just about politics. Obedience is not just about politics. It's about good governance, having good people in the country. That's what we are preaching. That's what we are out for. Okay, but are we? Today I will just talk about the vessel, the air vessel. I'll play the videos, okay, and after that I will talk about the elections that come, the next sitting of the judiciary, because right now all eyes on the judiciary. Then after that, I will talk about the Edo State Gubernatorial election. Okay, just short. Well, that's what I'm going to do. Right, let me just play this first video of what Rise TV of what they covered. Okay, let me play it right now.
Well, it's just one of those sad stories coming in from the Niger Delta. The oil-rich region would love to be addressed as in Nigeria. Yes, this vessel is in the waters of Oporoza, just a few meters away from land, intercepted by Tantita Security Services Nigeria Limited. And of course, we saw earlier a military personnel talking to the press. But actually, we're trying to get the operations manager of Tantita to come and give us more information about this. But this is a bit worrisome. It gives us great concern that this vessel we are standing on is also responsible to Nigeria's inability to meet its OPEC quota of 1.74 and 1.8 million barrels per day of oil production. Stealthily, Nigeria's oil wealth is taken, but this one appears to have met its Waterloo. Well, from the introduction, you could hear also that this vessel, the original name has changed. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. The name of the vessel initially was changed after it was caught. It escaped, caught again, it escaped, and over the years, it has changed names, more like a baptismal name, so to speak. It changes with the tide. But this time around, what is going to happen to the vessel? That is what many are asking. Would it be released? If it escapes again, definitely it will show up elsewhere in Nigeria's waterways with a different name. Recall the incident of MT Hero Kidun that fled Nigerian waters and was arrested by Equatorial Guinea. That vessel also changed its name over time. So that's the pattern. When a vessel is apprehended, after a while it leaves. How did it leave? I really cannot say. But when it shows up elsewhere in Nigeria's waters, it's a different name. But this one appears to have met its Waterloo. Hawa?
Well, Ovietime George, it seems that it's like a snake that sheds its skin and rears its ugly head one more time in order to cause chaos. I'm wondering if you have any information about how the...
Yeah, I just played that for because of this happened some days ago. But the question now is, how do we allow such things to be happening in Nigeria? I think many people are involved. Those people, I think they are staying. They have influence and they're in control of powers also, which there should be a proper investigation. We cannot continue to live like this. No. We have to be speaking out and be speaking up really, because enough is just enough for all these things. I heard now the thing was blown up to avoid investigation, blown up in the Nigeria waters. What about the environmental degradation? What about the cleanup? These people they don't have the people at heart. We always I have been saying it. I'm going to say it again over and over. We should find a way out. Nigeria need to really live up to expectation. The people should start speaking out. We should. I'm so happy for those in the diaspora, because people talk about this one during the Twitter space also. We need to be speaking out really. We don't need to wait again any longer, because it's our country. That is the truth. In our country, we have no other country really. So we should continue. We should continue to, despite what is happening, we should continue to speak out. Okay, we should continue to speak out. And that is how it will be. If you are quiet, I said, people suffer, or the country suffer when people are quiet. When people are quiet, the country suffers. So we should not allow this to continue. All right. So now, what about? I will play on that video too, a very short video. I think about a minute. People are saying this thing can't happen because people that are highly connected are involved in it. They don't want that to be believed. That was why the thing was just burnt. It was bombarded. maybe by the Air Force, I don't know, to avoid investigation. But despite that, they need to carry out investigation because we know the owners. We know because this vessel has been arrested before. For the past 10 years, it has been arrested by three, four times or so. Arrested, escaped. How can a vessel escape from a country from where we have security of things like naval officers? How can he escape? 3 times he changed his name. He come back to Nigeria again. Take our crude oil, go back again. They caught it. They will catch them again. The same thing. But right now we need to put a stop to all these things. So we are not just after just another election. No, we are after the good governance of our country, Nigeria. That's what we are preaching. That's what we are saying, and it must happen. And we will make it happen. Enough is enough. We cannot allow these people to just they say Nigeria as usual. No. This has changed. This has changed. I will make sure things are going to change. We are going to be speaking out to make sure we see to the end of it. So all obedience. We should not look. If you are in Nigeria, if you have the interest of the country at heart, you need to be speaking because enough is enough. Snake swallow money. Monkey swallow money. Rats do this one. Come on, man. We should all wake up. Nigeria is not a zoo. Come on. Nigeria is a country. We are blessed. We are intelligent. We should not allow this to be happening. This is a vessel. For the past 10 years, it has been arrested by 3 times and he escaped. How can he escape? It will escape and come back again. Take our oil. Go back again and come again. Well, so many things have happened. But now, the tea house was bombarded and they burnt the ship with the oil. This is environmental degradation. This is not too good for the environment. Who is going to do the cleanup? And which source are they going to use to do the cleanup? Which money? Nigeria's money too? That ship, that crude oil that was could have been sold. They retrieved back and sold. The ship could have just been impounded and sold and also be sold also. These are things we need to do. Let's put Nigeria in a good perspective. Let's make this happen for our country, man. Let's make this happen. We need to make this happen. We need to do the right thing. That is the truth. We need to do the right thing. We have to keep on shouting, really. Yeah, that is the truth. We have to keep on shouting. We have to keep on talking. That is how it is. And before you know it, we will have the right people out there. And that is why we are calling. We voted, and our vote must count. We are not giving up. The matter is still in court, and that is the truth. We don't give in, we don't give up. That is the truth. And by next week again, because we'll be back. I'm going to talk on that, but I just want to finish this vessel, and then I will get back to the court case that is ongoing. Yeah, that is ongoing. I mean, I will talk about that for. Let me finish what I'm saying right now. Then let me play the video of accusations. People are saying different things, but we know that there are any rumor. Truth, really, we have element of truth in it. That is the truth. So let me play this video. Let's listen to this guy.
In which country, in which home will someone set his village, his house ablaze because there is a rat inside? Will set his house ablaze because a snake has entered inside? It's never done. Why should that vessel be set ablaze?
Well,
the reason is obvious, so that they don't get to the big men who are behind oil theft in Nigeria. This is a good example to tell the entire country that the oil thieves are big men, big enough. International governments of foreign countries are involved, NNPC is involved, and many more are involved. And you know them all as well. You don't need to get it out of my mouth, but these are the facts about it.
Well, I just played that so that we know that we are dealing with people that don't have the country at heart. Okay, that is the truth. These are people, they don't have the country at heart. Okay, and it's a shame and it's a pity. Just it's a real pity. And this is how we find ourselves, Nigeria. But as we said, we are on course. We are going to make sure the country is brought back to sense. That is the truth. That is why we are clamoring for our mandate. The mandate must stand and it will stand. Okay? The mandate must stand and it will stand. Now, I will talk about Edo State Gubernatorial election. But before then, I just want to talk about just a little too on the judiciary. Oh, I don't judiciary, but the truth is that we have to be careful. I know there are pressures right now on the judiciary. I even heard the APC government, they are doing their best lobbying. They are lobbying all the judges right now. They are lobbying all the judges right now, putting pressure on them, lobbying them, even threatening them with style. Because that is how it is. When you want to get something, whether you threaten, there are two ways. You lobby, number one. Number two, you give them options. Three options. The option is one. You lobby them with juicy something. Number two, you blackmail them. Number three, elimination. That's how it happens. That's how the world rules. That is how even these big countries rule those African countries. That is how they impose themselves on African countries. They come to you, they'll try to negotiate with you. If you refuse, they give you it's just three options. Negotiation to benefit them. Number two, they will threaten you, blackmail you. If you refuse to, they will elimination. That's how it is. Right now, I heard maybe DSS and EFCC they give up all their files to see if there's any incriminating evidence against them to use against them. That is what they are doing right now, and there are pressures on pressures upon pressures upon pressures upon them. Well, let's see what will happen. We know that for sure. Uh, the cases, the evidences against them is so much. People are saying rerun, rerun, rerun. We are not after rerun, man. We are not after rerun. Tinubu is not qualified to are the first system to contest. Apart from his VP that had double nomination, Tinubu is a certified. I say certified. Certified. I say certified. I mean, he's been certified that he was a drug lord. Okay, so we don't need to be talking of rerun, man. He's going to be disqualified. That is the truth. He's going to be disqualified, man. He's going to be disqualified. Is it his NYC certificate? Two different NYC certificates. He lied on that oath. Is it by his age? So many things. Is it by the money he forfeited in the US? All these are evidences against him. So, and the judges, there is no way they want to use. Okay, before people were saying they will say technicality, and they use technicality, um, to to stop the case. But this is not the case, man. It's not the case. There's no technicality, man, at all. So we are watching. So the 10 days so elapsed. So hopefully, I think by next week we'll be back to court again. Let's hear all the review. But we know all the evidences have pointed that Tinubu will disqualify. So people are talking of rerun. We are not ready for rerun. That is not what we are praying for. The truth must be said. The truth will prevail. People have gone out there to vote. They voted. So why should that be rerun? Why? That should be no rerun. Why should that be rerun? We don't pray for rerun. We are not asking for rerun. We are not asking for rerun. So that is the truth, man. We're not asking for a run. So people are saying, Obidis are asking for a run. No, we're not asking for a run. We don't want a run. We don't pray for a run. We don't pray for a run. So the truth is what we are saying. And the truth will prevail. All right. So let's wait for court and let's see what will happen. Um, people are speaking out. I mean, people are saying it that the judges are really under pressure right now. They're under pressure right now. But let's see what do we do. All eyes on the judiciary. All eyes on the judiciary. That is the truth. So let's wait and see, guys. There's one thing somebody said, which is very very true. Which is very very true. The guy he was trying to analyze something. I'm going to play it. All right. The guy was trying the guy tried to analyze something. Let me play it. Let me play this guy.
If you have been following the proceedings at the Presidential Elections Tribunal, you would have observed that the judges from time to time keep making statements that indicate that they actually follow the things that happen on social media. And there are several judgments they also have passed that indicated their bitterness about the perception that the public holds, particularly on social media. Some people are now deliberately trying to take advantage of this and use it to poison the minds of the justices or the judges at the tribunal against the obedience and against the petition of Peter Obi. If you have observed for some time now, people like Arabambi are pushing a narrative. The APC is pushing it in their own way, but Arabambi is doing it very, very blatantly, openly. He is pushing a narrative that Peter Obi and the Labour Party have a penchant for disregarding the rule of law. And you know that on social media now, this hashtag, all eyes on the judiciary, is really getting strong. So what they want to do is now attack the credibility of Peter Obi and poison the minds of the justices against the obedience by making it look like hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is actually an attack on the judiciary. I want to seize this opportunity to appeal and to clarify to the judiciary, to the justices at the tribunal and even at the Supreme Court that hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is not an attack on the judiciary. Yeah. From the things that we have seen, one cannot but be afraid. And it will then become apparent that an hashtag movement like all eyes on the judiciary is now very, very important. These people that do not want the rule of law to prevail like dwelling in darkness. So it is imperative on us, the onus is on us really, to shine light on the activities of the judiciary, to chase away these vampires that lurk around in dark places around the judiciary, so that the judiciary will be free to do their duties without external interference. So, my Lord Justices, do not let anybody from any quarters poison your mind to think that hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is anti-judiciary or is an attempt to blackmail the justices to rule in favor of Peter Obi. No. Disregard whatever propaganda these enemies of justice are.
Yeah, I just played that. The guy is very correct, really, man. People, APC, they use divide and rule. They use divide and rule. So we should be smart. All people around the world, we should be smart. I said it before, APC, they use religion, they use ethnicity. They use it very well. They played it. That was what happened, even in Lagos State. They use it. That was after the presidential election. The governorship election was apart from their violence. They use religion, they use ethnicity, divide, to gain support. Try to gain support. They are trying to gain support. Not that they have the support. Okay. Now they are not using this one and they are trying to be smart in a way to see that all eyes on judiciary, that hashtag is like, all obedience. They are against the judges. No, we are not against the judges. We are not against all eyes on judiciary. It shows that we want transparency. Okay, it's just transparency because people they've doubted the judiciary, but we believe our principle Peter Obi believes on the judiciary. That's why he went. He said that judiciary has hurt him before in this court of his political career when he was when during the Anambra State elections, how he got in as the first governor to enter through the court. So he believes in the judges. Or when Nigerians may have doubts about the court system because of what has been happening, but he believes in the judges, and we are not doing this because of just to intimidate the judges. We can't do that. Why? No, we're not intimidating the judges. What we are saying that the judges should yield to the rule of law. They should do the needful. They should do what is supposed to be, what they need to do. They should not be under pressure from anybody, be it APC, be it from anywhere. They should not be under pressure. They should do the right thing. Right now, we heard that they are really under pressure from Tinubu and the camps, from all these rich men, from all of them, from family friends. They are lobbying their family friends. They are lobbying everybody to make sure that they yield their ground. The evidences are there. It's time for us to really say, okay, yeah, the judiciary is independent of executive and the legislators. And the legislators. So let's see the judges, the boys in your court. Okay, so it's not we are not it's not we are not this is not a threat. Obedience are not threatening the judges. No. But we are saying we want transparency. We want them to do the right thing, do the needful. Okay, do the needful. No, you guys are Nigerians also. You guys are Nigerians, so you know what is happening in Nigeria. You know the truth. You know that you want the betterment for our country. You want for your not just for you alone, but for your children and your grandchildren and those unborn. That is what we are praying for. That is why we are here. That's why we are doing what we are doing. Okay, that's why we are doing what we are doing. So that is it, man. So that is why we are not here to castigate any judge. No. Otherwise, when you say it doesn't mean that we are here to castigate any judge. No. We wanted to do the needful, do the right thing. Search the conscience. What are the cases? What are the evidences before you? That is how it's supposed to be. Act on it. Use it. Act on it. Don't be under pressure from anywhere, from any angle. And history will remember you if you do the right thing. And history also will also remember you negatively if you do the wrong thing. That is the truth. That's how it is. So who will be on the side of the history? On a good history, So Peter is so we in diaspora, what we are saying, want a good country. What a good country. That's what we are pleading and we are begging. All right. I know we can make it happen because we have to give hope to those people in Nigeria. Not to give them hope, man, that we can have a better country. We can have a better country. So we need to give hope to every to that there's a better future. We'll be proud to be in Nigeria anywhere you are. That's how it is. Most of us may not need to come to Nigeria. We don't really need it, but we care for our country. We care for our country. Okay, that is it. So the last time we'll talk about is Edo State Gubernatorial elections. Well, I will talk on that. Okay. I will talk on that. I don't because we want people obedience. It's not just for Edo State, but for other political offices in other states too. It's time for us to come out, But we've allowed these politicians to be there for a long time. They tell you, politics is dirty. Politics is not for this. It's not for the gentle people. Politics is expensive. Yes, we know it's expensive, but we've proved that this last session, politics could be expensive, but when you do the needful, do the right thing, you need to spend much money, okay? And there are people that are ready to help. They are ready to help, to back you up. That is the truth. So don't think you don't have the money. If you know you have the country at heart, Why not go out there right now and register for go to a party and start pursuing your dream? Pursue your dream, the dream to make sure you have a better country. So this is what I'm saying. Right now, the obedience in the diaspora, anywhere you may be, you have the interest to be a governor, a senator, anything at all. It doesn't matter. You have to start up right now. Now is the right time, because instead of enough of complaining, you'll be on the other side of the fence. You are complaining, shouting across the other fence, and you guys people don't good. This, that. Meanwhile, we're not doing nothing. So you don't have the right to complain. You don't have the right to complain. Now it's time for you to take everything into your own hands. Do the right thing, do the needful. Go out there, be a part of the system. Go out there. We'll be talking. We'll be talking to the man if you can, if you have the interest. Go out there, go to Nigeria and be a part of it, man. And be a part of the system and contest. Forget money. Not say it's expensive. Those people, we were retiring everybody. They'll be assured that you can. We don't give shishi. We don't give shishi, and everything will be done. Yes, it's expensive, but we don't bribe. We don't buy our way in. We don't buy our way in. We don't bribe. But we have what we want. We have what we want. There is one guy. His name is Steven Osawenge. He's based in the US, and the guy is obedient. He's been obedient already. I've heard him speak many times on Twitter Space. He said he wants to contest for gubernatorial election in Edo State on the Labour Party. The guy has been obedient. That is the truth. He's been a vocal. He's been so vocal, really. He carried a bit matter. They would say he carried for head. Yeah, the guy carried for head. He carried for head. I will play the video. He released a video, about 10 minutes video. Maybe 10 minutes though. If you can play, I'll play. The guy is. I will play the video. The guy is. He's really obedient. Okay, he wants to be the governor of Edo State, and he said he wants to do the right thing. He wants to make sure the property is done. Okay, that's what he said. Okay, and I'm using this opportunity. I will play the video. I'll play the video. Then you out there just watch it. I know I did have a chat with him. I think last some days ago or last week. I asked him some questions which he answered brilliantly too. We had a chat, so he answered brilliantly. I said, okay. I said, for me, I don't really care where the person comes from, really. I don't really care. But I asked him some questions. I know that questions, I told him that these questions will come up later during the election campaign. I told him, I said, no to these questions. These questions definitely it will come up. So, but for me, he's really obedient, man. The guy is obedient to the core. He's obedient to the core. So, let's listen to him. Let's watch his video. Okay, let's watch his video. This is a video. This is a video. He's posting it on his social media stuff. Okay, he's been there. He's been posting it.
Labour Party believes that it is only when you have credible men and women in the saddle of leadership that we can get it right in the country.
On the 30th day of May 2022, well-meaning Nigerians in all parts of the world heaved a sigh of relief when His Excellency Peter Obi emerged the Labour Party flag bearer for the 2023 presidential election after a fairly contested primary election.
Hereby declare Peter Obi as the flag bearer of Labour Party.
A phenomenal aspect of the electioneering process was the point when a fellow contestant, who is an erudite scholar of political economy and a leader by all ramification, in the person of Professor Pat Utomi, stepped down from the race and unequivocally declared support for the candidacy of His Excellency Peter Obi. At the close of the primaries, P.O., as he's popularly called, briefly communicated his agenda towards restoring the hope of Nigerians and also rebuilding a Nigeria that works.
It is an opportunity to contribute in rebuilding Nigeria. We need to rebuild here. We need to give the future generation a hope in this country. A country that is so endured with human and natural resources that have been mismanaged over the years needs a turnaround. And that is the work we just started today.
At this point, proactive Nigerians and support groups knew that there was work to do if they must get it right with the leadership at the top, which will in turn translate to betterment for the entire nation. Then came the Save Nigeria group.
Nigerians worldwide wanna count, can't change your life. People wonder what can we do. Feel the magic inside of you. You're here to prosper. You're here to raise the bar. Baby, no shaking. You are a superstar. It's bigger than you and I. So give your everything. United we will rise.
Stephen Osenwege is the president of Save Nigeria Group USA.
Yes, we're live. I'm here too. Yes, so that's how
A group he founded that commits to the pursuit of good governance, eradication of poverty, and rendering support to Nigerians who are in need both home and abroad. Stephen Osenwege and his team in diaspora pooled ideas and resources to ensure that obedience back home have a smooth run when they need to get in the face of fellow Nigerians to conscientize them on the need to support the candidacy of Peter Obi and Ahmed Dati for good governance.
Solution is ballot-based. We need a massive voter turnout. The polls are predicted. If we are allowed to come out, it will not be close. It will be a victory at the first ballot. I believe by 1 o'clock on election day, we are celebrating already. Let us continue to put our foot on the gas pedal and ensure this victory is assured.
For able coordinator and leader Save Nigeria Group USA. Can we give this young man a round of applause?
Thank you.
He did not introduce himself so well. This guy is doing a lot behind the scene. He did a lot to make sure this rally is holding. Stephen, thank you for all you do. We will have a reason to celebrate and continue to celebrate because when we get Peter Obi and Dati Ahmed into Aso Rock, you can travel home and wave your passport.
The Obi-Dati ticket gained massive support and following within a short time from Nigerians who are sick and tired of bad governance through the instrumentality of Save Nigeria Group USA, other very well-meaning support groups and individuals. Their rallies were thick and massive in Washington, D.C. and New York City. The groups believe in the New Nigeria project is obviously unflinching. They have followed His Excellency Peter Obi because they saw in him quality character, capacity, and competence to move the Nigeria state forward. On a light note, at the JFK airport, take a listen to what Stephen Osenwege had to ask Peter Obi.
Hello, Mr. Peter Obi, sir. Is it true that you don't allow anybody to take your bag? Because I'm ready to help you with your bag. Because I love you, we love you in New York and everywhere. You are stronger and you are the next president of our country. We love Peter Obi.
Stephen Osenwege also led online campaigns, especially on Twitter Space, which had massive engagements from Nigerians, where they constantly strategized, spoke to issues, rekindled hope, and busted propagandas.
If you're proud of your opinion, make the boy!
The Edo-born businessman is a true nationalist and democrat. His belief in the workability of systems and compassion for fellow humans is similar to that of his principal, His Excellency Peter Obi. At this juncture, it is important to note that Stephen Osenwege has thrown his hat in the ring to run for governor of Edo State come 2024.
Iya donu zomo, edono waire. Itokbia itokwo, itwira itwije, itwevo ya nirowa kinirisi, waya wese. Meno obi wa Stephen Ogbemudia, nobi Osenwege. Iwe nido leman na to come wa. We can swan was in a day Bonodina. Neboche 2024. Nala na riboyo me yeke regase. Nami na mi ewe adiobo kugbe dodole doji.
He currently seeks the support of all Edo people for the opportunity to serve them. There is no doubt that the Edo people will immensely benefit from his humanity and leadership experience. Stephen Osenwege returns with gratitude to his team and every well-meaning individual who commits to see Nigeria great again.
Good morning, Obedience. Thank you so much for all those who were able to come out on October 1st here in New York City to support the movement, the Obedient movement. I just wanted to do this video to especially thank every member of the Obedient family, both here in New York and all those that made a trip to join us on October 1st. The weather was a challenge. I understand many people could not make it physically, but they were with us. But I want to especially thank all those that contributed to making the rally in New York City a reality. I want to especially thank those who gave their time, their effort, the resources to make sure that we join the millions of Nigerians in Nigeria to add our voices to say we want to take our country back. We made a big statement in New York, and that statement right now is going viral on the internet. Everybody knows that there are Obedients in America that are joining the millions of Nigerians that are on the streets today asking through the PVC for a new Nigeria. I want to thank all those who are in the WhatsApp group Obedience for Peter Obi USA. Thank you for my partners at the Save Nigerian Group USA team for what you did. Put things together, make sure everything was in place. In spite of the weather, we gave a good account of ourselves. My name is Stephen Osenwege. I'm the president and founder of Save Nigerian Group USA. And I want to invite you all to be part with us to make sure we can support Mr. Peter Obi, to make sure whatever he needs, we can do it. There's more to come. We're not going to just stop at the rallies. We're going to have an event at the United Nations where we'll draft a communique to the Secretary General and ask that they send a special delegation to Nigeria for this election. These elections coming up in 2023 is not an ordinary election. It's an election that has to be free, fair, and credible, and it must be seen to be so. When
Yeah. Yeah. Good evening once again. I just played that. That is Mr. Stephen Osenwege. is trying to be is vying for the position of what under the Labour Party aspirant in Edo State. Okay, the guy he is obedient to the call. He's an obedient to the call. That is the truth. So I decided to play this video to encourage all obedience out there, anywhere you may be. It's time for us to come out and be a part of this system. Enough of us talking from behind, shouting from behind, complaining from behind. We all have to be a part of this system. We have to push the system and drive out all those bad eggs. That is what we want. So, guys, it could be anywhere in Europe, anywhere you are. So it's high time you join this system. You be a part of it. Don't say it's expensive. They will confuse us those days. Say, politics is dirty. Politics is this one. Politics is for the few. It's so expensive. No, we've seen to it that politics. Peter B has given an example. We don't give shishi and we will achieve it. That is the truth. We don't give shishi and we achieve it. So today, from the beginning, I talked about how the vessel, the Navy intercepted the vessel, and the vessel was burnt. People high class were involved in it. These are the oil theft. These have been going on for the past years, and people are behind it. They know the people. They know the source. They know the owner of they have the identity of the ship, the ownership. They know everything. So why has there been any arrest apart from the people that were on board? Has there been any arrest? We should obedience. We are crying for not only for just for politics. We should be involved in everything that's happening in Nigeria. Anyhow it is. Snake swallow money. This one. We should be involved in it. We should not just be quiet. I'll laugh about it. No. Everybody should be brought to book. That ship, they know the owner, they know where it came from. So what happened? They said the ship was about 2-3 times the thing was intercepted and it escaped. Actually, the ship escaped from a country. Those are questions we need to answer. Obedience, we should keep on talking and speaking. I talk about that, and I talk about all eyes on the judiciary. Pressures right now on the judiciary. 10 days is about to finish. I think by next week they will go back to court again. So pressures right now. We hear that people are going there. I even hear DSS and EFCC, they are studying the judges or their profiles to see if they have done anything bad to use against them, to threaten them. I said we have 3 ways of negotiation. One, they negotiate. Number 2, they will threaten you. Number 3, they will eliminate you. That is how this world is ruled. That's how it is. All these Europeans, that's how they rule Africa. They will negotiate with you. If you don't accept it, they will threaten you. If you don't accept it, you are eliminated. That is how all these African leaders they've been controlled by all these by Americans and the EU. That is the truth. So I talk about that one. I talk about the judiciary, that obedience are not against the judges, because they will see that all eyes on judiciary. They will think, all the obedience are against the judges. No, we are not against the judges. Peter Obi has shown that the court favors him. So he said, let's go to court, and he's in court. So we are not against the judges. What we are saying, we want the judges. They should not be scared. They should come out and they should do the needful. Do it for your country. Do it for your children. Do it for the people, for your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren yet unborn. Do it for them. Make a history on the good side of this of history. That's what we are saying. That's what I've been preaching today. I've been on for the past for almost 15 minutes, and I have with me the guy has always been. He has always been here all the time. Mr. Chukuma. Mr. Chukuma, good evening.
Yes, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for bringing me back to the platform. And thank you to our viewers who are always here to listen to what we have to say. Not that we know it all, but at least we are here to contribute our own to the betterment of the country. I want to say thank you. I'm very sorry I've not been able to join you for some time now because of my tight schedule. But all the same, we are here today. We are here now. We are here to do justice to the topic. We are here to contribute our own little two penny to the betterment of our country. That is the bottom line. Thank you very much for that video. I think I met that video halfway,
Yeah.
but I think I've seen it somewhere else also, and it speaks volume of the person of Mr. Stephen Osanwege. It's somebody I've come to know for some time now in this movement, and I've also followed him for some time, and studied him for some time. And it's a very clean person. He's like you rightly said, obedient to the core, and he's also somebody who loves his country, who loves the betterment of his country, and it's also somebody who like the people. You know, is a humanitarian by nature, and he's also a good politician, if I may say, and is somebody who I think, in my own opinion, that if he's been given the chance to govern a state like Edo State, he will do very well. Knowing Edo State for what it is, and some of us who have lived in Edo State for some time before we moved out, we know Edo State is a very dynamic state and a very how do I call it? It's a progressive state, and it's getting a young person like Stephen, who is also one of the progressive. Is a progressive-minded fellow to be at the helm of the affair of the state. It will be a win-win situation for everybody in Edo State, and I think it's going to do the state a whole lot of good. I've always said it in every forum, anywhere I find myself, that I identify with Edo State even more than my own state, because Edo State is where a chunk part of my life, my growing up life in, and it's like it's my if truly want to even is anything like state of origin in the real sense of it, Edo State should be my state of origin, because that is where I was born, and I grew up there, and I have made friends, I have family there, and all of that. So I'm so interested in what will happen in Edo State in the forthcoming elections, and also I am very much in support. I have thrown my support behind the young man Stephen, and I've also let him know that the little I can do from here, I will do to see that his vision and his campaign for Edo State is a reality. That's about. Well, you said it all. We are waiting patiently for the court. That is talking about the petition, and our principal P2B, who is in court now, and we've been analyzing this stuff.
Sorry, I call you Mr. Steve. Sorry.
It's okay.
Wow. There was one. I chatted with him last week. There was a question I asked him. I said, right now in Edo State, we had, and you grew up in Edo State too. If you watch very well, the three sectoral district, we have one in the Benin area, in the Isha area.
Isha and the north.
Okay.
In the northern part there.
Yeah. I told him, I asked him, I said, look, this question will come up many times. I just want you to look at the question, because I told him this question will come up and you should be ready to answer it. Oshomole is from the one central part, okay?
The north, yes.
The north. He ruled for eight years. Then now Obaseki Edo State. So now the issues we think is a turn, for them to be a part. But for me, I believe having the best person. Right, for me, I told him, for me, I believe having the best person. So now, I just asking, you are from the same central district of this current governor. Yeah. So now, what your chances? What do you think? Don't you think this question will come up? I asked him the question. He said, it's true, but he explained to me. I mean, I told him, well, for me, I believe in having the right candidate that will have the country at heart, and he has proven it in a way that he has the country, he has the interest of Nigeria at heart. You know what I'm saying? Like something like having the passion, the interest of a country, of a place, of people at heart, than just I belong to here. I'm from this. I'm from here. For me, I believe in having a good country. Having the best out of the people. So, in that question, that narrative, okay, how do you see it?
Well, you see, I also understand where you are coming from, and now I'm somebody who also believes in equity and justice. You see, there's nothing wrong in the issues who are the Edo Central, if I'm not mistaken. Agitating for the governorship at this point. I think it is overdue. It's ripe. It's right. It's equitable. It's equity, and it's just. Now that's that part. Then the second question is, are we getting anybody from that axis who is very who we can rally around? See, I don't believe that there should be any problem so much. Like where I look at it, I've actually talked about this thing, a few times, and I said if we can get somebody from the Edo Central, there's nothing wrong in maybe pleading with Stephen to be a running mate to the person. That is, if we see somebody who is also very capable, you understand? So the first thing should be the right person. If the right person comes up, then Stephen can also be a running mate. There's nothing wrong with that. And looking at it from the point of view of equity and justice, I think if there is if that should be the case, I don't think Stephen will actually say no to that. I don't know. I'm not speaking for him, but I think I believe in the right thing. I believe in, like I said, I believe in equity and justice. So if we can get somebody who is also capable, then why not? Both of them can form a strong team. A strong team, and take the state back from these terrible politicians that we have. So that is where I look at it. But for the meantime, you can also fault Stephen for throwing his cap on the race because it's open now. So let's see who is going to come forth. We can actually form an alliance, and maybe there's nothing wrong in if we can get somebody who is also very capable. Okay. Let's see. We'll throw our weight behind the both of them, and let them form a strong partnership.
Yeah, I like your response, man. I love your response. I love the response because even Steve too. When I asked him the questions too, I mean, I put it to him. I said, look, I support you hopefully, man. I mean, I love what you are doing. I mean, the passion you have, everything you have. I said, but this question will come. I know it now. He said, yes, it's true. He said, look, it's just the beginning. So people are coming in. So it's a process. Even his answer too was so. I love his answer also. What we are saying is that we want to take back our country from all these politicians, and what his response was almost the same. I mean, as you responded right now, and that was why I just have to ask you. You understand? Thank you so much for that, man. So now going back to where, okay, sorry I caught you before, so please carry on with your with the court case and everything. Thank you.
All right, so we a new breed of thinkers in Nigeria. We think differently. We're not saying it must be you or me or anybody, whoever it is that's going to do the work well. We will support. You understand? Our support is not because there is something anybody is going to. In fact, all I've done for this movement, I've not received any penny from anybody. And I know you, everything you are doing, you're doing it for the love and you have for the country. So that is how it should be. Now, so that apart, well, I was actually trying to dive into the petition, the presidential election petition that is ongoing now. Where we are at the moment, what has happened so far, and what we are expecting in the next few days. So well, everything is working together and for good. And you see, last 2 weeks when we were analyzing this whole stuff, we actually said that the petition is actually the petition is going well. So far so good. The lawyers are doing their job, and they've done that job. I'm not a lawyer, but from the layman's standpoint of view, I can say that they've done a good job. And looking at the respondents, in fact, it was a huge shock to me that they could not put up any strong resistance
at all
before they closed their cases. Well, just like when you have when you overwhelm your competitor with enough evidence, there's nothing else to say. As a matter of fact, what they did was a smart thing, because the more they bring witnesses to try to defend the indefensible, the more they keep damaging their case. Because the questions that our lawyers will ask those witnesses will open up a whole lot of things, and it will be very big damage to them. So I think they've seen it from that point and decided, let's cut our losses. Let's just take the level that of damage that we had already and see how we can salvage something out of this. And that was why in these few days past now, we'll be hearing of rerun. They are preparing for rerun. It shows that they've lost the case. It shows that they have nothing to actually defend in this case. It also shows that P2B has actually been able to prove that all that happened before, during, and after the election is just a show of shame. It's just like kangaroo. They planned what do I call it? A planned deal that they planned and secretly and shamefully and badly executed.
Yeah. Bad.
And you find out that the execution was badly. That was why the traces were left everywhere. For P2B to be able to catch in on. So, but you said something that P2B believed in the judiciary, and the judiciary has actually work to his favor. And I'm also seeing this one working to his favor because there's nothing, in fact, there's no judge that you present a overwhelming evidence before his court that will do anything otherwise.
Yeah. Because
they won't do anything.
Are so overwhelming. Are so overwhelming.
Yes, you don't do anything otherwise. No. Because the evidences that are there is so overwhelming, it's so glaring. It's audible to the ear and visible to the eye.
The blind will see it. The blind will see it.
Yeah, now, it's visible to the blind and audible to the ear.
People will say rerun.
To the deaf.
The DPC are saying rerun. But with the evidences, Tinubu stand to be disqualified, not a vote for rerunning. You understand?
Yes,
so Tinubu
there's no rerun in this election. One thing will happen here is Tinubu, by what evidence that is there, stands disqualified.
Yeah. And
P2B will be given this mandate based on the proof that he won the election.
Yes.
He has been able to prove it. He has been able to prove it. Like in few days, I think the written addresses will start coming in by today is what? Today is 13.
Today is 12.
13 right by 15th.
Today is 12.
Today is 12.
Yeah, today is 12.
And by the 15th of this month or so, we start receiving the written addresses. 15th or 16th of this month, that's the next 2-3 days. 3 days or 4 days, we should start seeing it. So when we get them, we will see what they are responding. It is what they responded to that will show you. I don't think there's anything they have to say that they didn't say with that those one witness they brought. There's nothing. Is it the one that has come to tell us that Abuja is or it was that came to confirm that Tinubu forbidded
the money,
narcotic and drug law. Just imagine that.
And the guy is a lawyer.
He said he's a lawyer.
He said it.
He came to court and agreed and nailed who is come to witness. He nailed the whole thing. So,
he said,
he was telling us. He didn't know what else he said. He said that money laundering is not a criminal offense.
It's a civil offense. And it happened over 10 years ago.
So now, because it happened over 10 years ago, it's not an offense. I mean, so these are the things,
The evidences are so
these are the things, and these are the things they will write in their written. I don't see anything else they are going to write. I don't see anything else. What else would they say?
Okay, see.
Nothing to say.
Mr. Chuba, there is one question. People are saying from maybe from the I would say from behind the scene that Tinubu wants to retire most of the judges before the time. I put in some. I don't know how true it is. I don't know how possible it is. But that is the truth is that. All these rumors that most of the time we have element of truth inside, and that there's another one again too. They said EFCC and DSS they are combing all the judges sitting right now, try to see any information, anything at all to use against them, to threaten them, so that they will not that they will do otherwise. So these are information we don't really know, and Tinubu is I would say is the CEO of Nigeria now, Commander in Chief. He can do undo, but I will always say we are watching. If such a thing really happen, but anything is possible. I'm sure, because somebody told me about a month ago. He said, "How possible is it that a city president will be removed by the judges?" I don't know how you see it anyway. How you think about all this? All this information we are hearing from different angles.
Well, you see, I think they said In every rumor, there's an iota of truth in it. And I so much believe that. You see, one is removing of judges by Tinubu. I don't know how that will work out. Is he going to retire all the judges or retire those who are in the election petition? I don't know, because it's not possible for him to retire all the judges. It's not possible, and bring up new judges. It's not going to work in just maybe 10, 15, or let's say 1 month time. If there are judges who is going to be retired, I don't think it's now. But even if he had to do that, like I said, this case is not just a case that is about in Nigeria. Each case is monitored by everybody in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody in the world.
Even the
so the whole world is monitoring this case. Yeah. Yes. So it's not. I think he's also treading softly, because there's something he's going to do now. Then he will be shooting himself on the foot. Now, in the case of the UFCC and DSS, well, that could be true, but to what extent? The only thing they're going to do is try to threatening them, or try to do. But if that's what we are saying, the judges should do their job. They should forget about those. Once they have done justice, and this man is removed, all the threat is gone.
Yeah.
Yes, but the only way somebody is threatening you is because he's the president. By the time the judges, in fact, what they are doing itself might even embolden the judges to do their work without fear of favor. Yes, because if they now go to court and say, okay, to hell, you are threatening us, let's Kukuma do the job. And if the guy did not win the election and they threw him out, good rubbish, do radius to bad rubbish, he's gone, and all the threat going with him. All the DSS and EFCC gone with him. So I think the only place is going. I think the only thing he's going to do, place is going to want to show a kind of force is even in Supreme Court.
Yeah.
This court of appeal, I don't think he can do anything about this case anymore. It's gone beyond him, honestly. And the other question of how it is possible that a sitting president will be removed by the judges, that is the law. A sitting governor will be removed by the judges.
Yeah.
And a governor is also executive of the state, while a president is executive of the nation. So that is the law. If at the end of the day he did not win the election, he is being removed, he has to go. There is no anything about it. In fact, from the day that pronouncement is done, it ceases to all the paraphernalia of government power, title that he has gone. In fact, this orderly who is guiding him now will be the one who will lead him out of the Aso Rock and dispose him at the gate. That is how it is. Dispose him at the gate, throw him away from the. You understand? So that is it. The only reason why he's wearing all this power is because the court has not pronounced. Once there is a pronouncement from the court of law, competent court of law, that he did not win the election, and in fact, from the day he stand disqualified for that contesting for another election, it's gone. Because at that point, they can't even recontest. They can't even the wrong thing they are saying is even finished. You cannot go into any election again. In fact, in this election cycle, this particular election cycle is over for him. So there's nothing that is not possible. Remember, at the point in our history, we never had governors being removed by the court. It was P2B that started it in Anambra State.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that thing repeating again in this time around. There's something that is following that man, P2B, that people don't understand. There's a grace that is following that man.
A big grace. It's a very big one.
So people don't really understand. You know, the only reason why Nigeria is still in one piece today is because of that man. If by the time the election was rigged and he came out and make any pronouncement, look like the people should go out to the street and almost everybody now for not the talk of Nigeria. You understand? But you know, he's a kind of person that loves peace. He's a peaceful human being. He's somebody like the process. He love to go through it might be rigorous, it might be difficult, but you want to go through it to prove a point.
Yes. And
so I think that is what he's doing.
Yeah, and this is, and you know, Peter Obi has set an example. The truth is, he has set an example because if you go on Twitter, if person don't eat, Peter Obi. If you eat well, Peter Obi. If you kill a Plateau State, Peter Obi. Something happened somewhere, Peter Obi, as if he's the chief security officer of the country. People are just attacking you from left, right, and center. But he's so calm, he's so quiet. He doesn't bother about them. He's doing his own thing. He said I can go to court, and now he's in court. But people are still attacking. Especially this guy, what is his name? Reno Omokri. I don't understand that guy. If anything happens to anything in different sector, it will turn it and refer it to Peter Obi. I don't know why that guy is so mad because the guy left PDP for Labour Party, and because I said he said PDP lost because Peter Obi left that party. So it shows that they know that this is a guy that can, draw crowd. I thought before Peter Obi, I never really know him seriously until November, December. I said, we have this kind of person in our country. That was how I fell in love with him, man. I fell in love with him. I was doing God of him. Now, my brother, I have said obedient movement. It's not just about politics, so it's about everything. We need to make our country work. We need to be speaking out and be talking, because if we'll be speaking like this, the time snake swallowed those million, monkey would not be this. Had they been, we'll be speaking. When snake swallowed, monkey will not come again. Let's assume even monkey that have to come, the rat will not come. It's just because we'll be so quiet. That is why all this have been happening. Monkey came, swallowed money. Snake swallowed his own, and all of them were just swallowing. So I think, apart from politics, we should all be speaking in every area. We need to be speaking, because when you speak, people will hear you, and they will amend things. They will amend things. Right now, we say all eyes on judiciary. There's one thing. Please, just 1 minute. I will play the video. I played before, just about a minute. Okay, listen to this. To what this guy said, because right now, APC, they are using divide and rule tactics. Try to before they were using they use ethnicity and religion. Saying Peter Obi is this one, and this one. To divide Lagos, all the Lagosians. Now they are trying to use all eyes on judiciary now, as if the obedient are against the judges. No. We're just saying we want to see transparency. The judges should do the right thing. Which is normal. So let me play this guy's video. I think it's about a minute or 2 minutes. Just hear it, then you can just.
If you have been following the proceedings at the Presidential Elections Tribunal, you would have observed that the judges from time to time keep making statements that indicate that they actually follow the things that happen on social media. And there are several judgments they also have passed that indicated their bitterness about the perception that the public holds, particularly on social media. Some people are now deliberately trying to take advantage of this and use it to poison the minds of the justices or the judges at the tribunal against the obedience and against the petition of Peter Obi. If you have observed for some time now, people like Arabambi are pushing a narrative. The APC is pushing it in their own way, but Arabambi is doing it very, very blatantly, openly. He is pushing a narrative that Peter Obi and the Labour Party have a penchant for disregarding the rule of law. And you know that on social media now, this hashtag, all eyes on the judiciary, is really getting strong. So what they want to do is now attack the credibility of Peter Obi and poison the minds of the justices against the obedience by making it look like hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is actually an attack on the judiciary. I want to seize this opportunity to appeal and to clarify to the judiciary, to the justices at the tribunal and even at the Supreme Court that hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is not an attack on the judiciary. From the things that we have seen, one cannot but be afraid. And it will then become apparent that an hashtag movement like all eyes on the judiciary is now very, very important. These people that do not want the rule of law to prevail like dwelling in darkness. So it is imperative on us, the onus is on us really, to shine light on the activities of the judiciary, to chase away these vampires that lurk around in dark places around the judiciary, so that the judiciary will be free to do their duties without external interference. So, my Lord Justices, do not let anybody from any quarters poison your mind to think that hashtag all eyes on the judiciary is anti-judiciary or is an attempt to blackmail the justices to rule in favor of Peter Obi. No. Disregard whatever propaganda these enemies of justice are.
You heard him.
Yes, I did. I've been saying this. Anybody who said a clear heart, you're not, you don't have anything anywhere. You don't have to get free of anything. All eyes on the judiciary is actually a hashtag that is even supposed to help the judiciary. Because before now, nobody cares about what happened in the judiciary.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about what if you have whatever petition you are there, you are only there alone. Whatever, they can decide to do anything and nobody will ask, nobody will know what is happening. Yeah. We only get to hear the final judgment, the one you will hear. But this time around, the justices that want to do justice to cases will actually feel confident and feel emboldened to do justice to cases, knowing that people are watching.
Yeah.
Because when things are not in the open, when things are not exposed to this level, it is like it's in the dark. And in the dark, anything can happen. You understand? And when it is not open like this, and there's a threat to those justices, they could decide to give in. But when they know that the citizenry or the citizens are actually interested in those cases, and they're all also following up on the cases, they will be very careful. If there's any of them, I'm not saying any of them is about to give bad judgment. But even if there's any that want to, be cowed into submission,
Yeah.
he will find, yes, he will find solace and find confidence in the fact that Nigerians are strongly behind the judiciary at this point in time, and they will do the right thing.
Yeah.
They will do the right thing. So that hashtag is not, like the guy actually said, is never a ploy or an attempt to gag or to
blackmail the judiciary.
to threaten or to blackmail the judiciary. No, it is actually a hashtag that was carefully carved to assist the judiciary in doing their job without any fear or favor.
APC now, being what they are now, they are trying to use it as if that the obedience are kind of threatening the judiciary with it. You understand? That is what the APC are trying to do. They are trying to change it to coin it as if is that a word we are using to threaten the judiciary that they must dance to our tune. Did you get it? That is what the APC are trying to do now, that we are threatening the judiciary that they should dance to our tune, which is not so. We are just saying, all eyes on the judiciary. They should do the needful. They should do what is presented before them. They should do the needful. That's what we are saying. We cannot threaten the judiciary. Why are we there? Are they we want to make a threat? After the election, we have gone on the streets and be protesting, but we did not. We went to the court because Peter Obi has said the court is a system that have favored him, that have worked for him, even if people have reservations. You understand? We're not threatening the judiciary. We're not doing that. We're just saying we are watching, we are waiting for them to say the truth. The evidence right now are before them. We are watching. Nigerians are watching. Not only Nigerians are watching, everybody is watching. The EU is watching. The US is watching. We are in the diaspora. We are all watching. That is the truth. So we spend our time on Twitter Space during when the case is going on. We are on Twitter Space every time to make sure that we know what is happening because we care for our country. We love our country, and that is it. All right, my brother. So I think
what you are saying is not out of place. Seeing what APC is doing, what do you expect them to do? Just like when you mention the devil, you should know what devil is capable of doing, and it will surprise you if he's doing what he's capable of doing. So APC is doing what they are capable of doing. Nothing surprises me anymore if whatever they do, because they are just there to do. Of course, if they don't do that, I will be surprised. If you don't say what they are saying now, do what they are doing now, I will actually be surprised. But the fact they are doing it, I'm not surprised. It's not a surprise to me. It is their trade. It's their trademark. Is what they are known for, and they are doing what they are known to do. So, but the thing is, it's also very good that we are coming up to actually paint our own narrative and paint our own side to it, telling the judiciary that we are not gagging them, we are not intimidating, we are not threatening them. We are only supporting them to do their job and do their rightful job. That is what we are saying. They should just go there and give justice and leave the rest to Nigerian people, because we are the Nigerian people. The obedient movement are the real Nigerian people. Leave the rest to the Nigerian people to sort out. So there's nothing surprising or nothing out of place what APC and their likes are doing. Of course, they are telling all the It's all propaganda. It's not only that, a lot of propaganda, they've called you a lot of names, call you fascists, call you all lot of sort of names. So it's not today. Even today now, we don't even today, don't they for this job go take. So there's nothing they will do now that will surprise anybody. It does not surprise me anymore. So they should continue to do what they are doing. But all I know is that at the end of the day, justice will be done and our mandate will be reclaimed. That the placeholder president they have in National will vacate that office and the rightful person will take over. So that is just all I know. That's all I know.
Prayer. That's our prayer, man.
So,
our prayer.
So forget about them. They're not even anybody or anything for us to give them mileage in this space. So let them continue to do what they are doing.
So all obedience, no shaking. We are up and running, and we are sure of the victory in the tribunal. So we should not give in, we should not give up. As I always say this: winners don't quit, and we are winners, and quitters don't win. So obedience, we don't quit. So let's keep on keeping on. Let us not listen to what all these people are saying. No, let us keep the dream, keep the flame on. All right, those in the diaspora, let's encourage those people in Nigeria. They should keep on the flame. They should keep the fire burning. All right, the case is in court. Hopefully by next week, the case will be up again. So we will listen to all the reviews. The judges, as you said, all eyes on the judiciary. They should do the needful, do the right thing. Everything is right now. I before them. So we're all watching and waiting. So that is the truth. So my brother, I think we'll stop here for today. So next time we'll continue from where we'll maybe tomorrow, probably. Okay. See, please let's give them some last words. Let's see. Just to encourage them, encourage those people in Nigeria, encourage those in diaspora, and they will call it a
Okay,
day.
you see, my word is to everybody, whether you are in diaspora, whether you are in Nigeria, it is to everybody. We all are Nigerians and we all love the country, want betterment of the country. My advice is everybody should engage, be engaged, get engaged. Don't stay on the sideline and be looking. Get engaged, be obedient, go register in Labour Party. There's a party now. Register in Labour Party, go to your ward, register. Even if you are in diaspora, you can register online. Get your membership card. Never can tell. Then, those of us who are in Nigeria, register in where you, the ward close to where you live. Be part of the daily running of that ward and influence things happening in the world, because that is from where the leadership starts.
Yeah.
Then from the world to the state, then from the state to the national. And by the time we get the right people taking over positions in the Labour Party, in ward level, in state level, local government level, in state level, and national level, then we will see that the party will be in the right track. And before the next election or election cycle that will come, would have stabilized very well to take over the helms of affairs of our country and bring progress and bring justice and bring equity and bring prosperity to Nigeria. So I want to say good. You everybody should listening. Please join us again tomorrow. We'll be here again to dissect, to analyze, and to dish out the facts the way it should be.
Yes.
Here we don't paint words. Here we don't romance. We say it the way it is. We say it. We speak it the way it should be spoken. And that is what we do here. We analyze the facts and we dish it out to the public. So thank you very much, my brother. Thank you for hosting this space. Thank you for bringing this back to life. Thank you, because I know that this is just the beginning. We'll keep coming here to do what we need to do. Thank you very much.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Mr. Chukwuma, can you hear me? Hello? I don't have any feedback here. Let me see. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello? Anyway, we will end here today. Okay. Something happened. Okay. Something happened. I don't know. It was off. Okay. Anyway, Mr. Chukwuma, thank you for joining us today. So tomorrow we'll be back again, and those in diaspora, as we've said, we should not give in, we should not give up. We are right on track, and we will get our mandate back. All eyes on the judiciary. Nigeria, we're all watching. Those diaspora are watching. EU are watching. We're all watching. So we have our mandate back. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless you. God bless Nigeria. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. All right. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I'm trying to use my phone also. I don't know why it went off before.